Right, here at my local supermarket, ShopRite, I'm gonna do a little shopping. Gonna grab some stuff for a delicious and nutritious vegan breakfast smoothie. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna whip it up, and we're gonna break down the costs, nutritional analysis, everything. So let's get to it. Right, so we're out of the supermarket. We got everything we need here. Just 6 ingredients. Got the almond milk, protein powder, chocolate flavor, bananas, some natural peanut butter, peanuts and salt. That's it. No hydrogenated oils there. We have chia seeds and flax seeds, and we're going to get to it. So I'm going to be using a Ninja here. It does have an attachment to be used to make a single serving of a smoothie. I realize not all blenders have this feature, but it is convenient for me here, so I'll be using it. We get 2 bananas in here. So, if you don't quite get it all in, you get some stuck under your fingernails, feel free to just eat that right out of there. Mash it a little bit there if you have a single serve cup. Okay. Next we'll take the protein powder. I'm going to put 1 scoop of this particular powder. It's pretty big. And I'll go over why I purchased this particular brand when we go over the nutritional information. That. Basically, whatever the serving size is, some powders have it as 2 scoops. Whatever the serving size is on a particular powder, you can use that. I'm going to do a tablespoon of the flaxseed and a tablespoon of the chia seed. Not heaping, just enough right there. And also a tablespoon of the peanut butter. I already mixed the oils in, so it's kind of difficult to get this exact, but we'll do our best here. Well, happens every time. Alright, last but not least, almond milk. We're going to do a cup of this. And it should come close to the fill line here. I have to just let it seep down a little bit in this particular single serve cup. A little bit over the max fill line. But we can handle it. Time to blend her up. Let's give it a taste. Wow. It's so good. It tastes like something that should not be beneficial for your health. But on that note, let's dive into some nutritional info, shall we? Alright, so we have our smoothie pulled up here on chronometer or chronometer. Not really sure what the proper way to say that is, but that's neither here nor there. We can see 565 calories. We have a macronutrient breakdown here, as well as all vitamins and minerals. And you can see what actually caught my eye was you're getting a lot of certain nutrients that are often believed to be very scarce following a plant-based diet. So, for instance, we have 83% daily value of vitamin D, 62% daily value of calcium, 124% daily value of iron. Now, keep in mind, the female requirement for iron is 18 milligrams a day versus just 8 for men. That is if you're of a childbearing age. So keep that in mind if you're a woman, but still, great source of iron either way. And then zinc is another one that's often thought of that you can't get on a vegan diet, but 43% there. And keep in mind, this is just, one meal out of the day. This is just your breakfast. So even if you're hitting, 20 to 30%, you're doing okay. You still have 2 more meals left in the day and presumably a couple of snacks in between the meals. And if you're filling all that with whole food plants, you're going to be all right. Let's jump over here to the massive 17.8 grams of fiber. So, again, now if you're a woman, this is actually going to be more than 47%. So the recommended amount of fiber in a day for men is 38 grams, but for women it's just 25. So you're really knocking it out of the park with the fiber here. Most people in today's society don't get anywhere close to the recommended amount of fiber. People often ask vegans where they get their protein. Well, I want to ask non-vegans where they get their fiber, because they ain't getting it from meat. Now, this number here, if you're not used to taking in this much fiber, it can cause some GI distress. So I would just recommend, if you're moving to a more plant-based diet, make sure you're consuming a lot of water to go along with it. And that's just a generally healthy practice anyway. So lots of fiber should be met with lots of water. Moving on down here to our lipids. This is a big one here. So the omega-3 essential fatty acids. This is the reason why I include the flax seeds and the chia seeds in there. It's 2 of the best sources of vegan omega-3. And that's essential, as we said before. So you need that in your diet. Your body cannot produce alpha-linolenic acid, as its full name is. So there's some other sources, vegan sources of that, including hemp seeds. Walnuts is another good one. You really want to include some good source of ALA in the diet, really on a regular basis, a daily basis even. If you're not able to do that for whatever reason, there are supplements available, but they can be quite pricey. So anything that you could get through food is recommended. Just a quick note on the trans fat. So there's a small amount of naturally occurring trans fat in chia seeds, but there's no indication that this small amount has any harmful effect. Chia seeds are generally regarded as something that's healthy to consume. Just for comparison's sake, I have regular peanut butter here. So remember, we use the natural peanut butter without hydrogenated oils. If you pull up the regular peanut butter here, this is 1 serving. It actually even has more trans fat than the chia seeds do. And you're not going to see that on the label, because if there is less than half a gram of trans fat per serving, they're allowed to say that it's 0 on the label. And you can just imagine how that could add up if you're eating things throughout the day. Let's say you have something that's 0.4 grams of trans fat, and you're eating a bunch of servings of that a day. You're going to think it's 0, but it's really not. So limiting the processed foods, really just avoiding hydrogenated oils in general, is going to do a good deal for you there. And this is just another example. So a general Danish pastry with fruit filling, 100 times the trans fat as our chia seeds here. So we'll go back to the power smoothie here. Just wanted to make a quick note of that, because I know the red does jump out and at people. So finally, down to the protein. And what do you know? We're getting a lot of all these essential amino acids here. Several of them we have met the daily requirements just in this smoothie. Cysteine here being the lowest, just 59%. But cysteine
actually, and also along with tyrosine, these are what are known as conditionally essential amino acids. So under normal circumstances, our body can make these, but there could be certain illnesses where that's not the case. But in any event, 31 grams of protein, great source of protein. So don't believe the myth that you can't get protein on a vegan diet. Let's move on quickly just to the how much this thing costs. So this is going to vary slightly depending on where you shop, of course. I realize that. And a quick note here, I did, as you know, if you watched earlier, purchase the Garden of Life protein, which was quite a bit more expensive than the purely inspired protein here. The reason for that is that it had a better profile in chronometer, so I was able to give a more accurate picture of everything that was contained within the smoothie using this protein versus this one. But it is $9 a pound more expensive, so keep that in mind. You could drive this price down a little bit. And even bananas, I've seen them as low as 11 cents a piece at Aldi. So you could go, even lower than this $2.86 for the whole smoothie. But even still, under $3 for a very simple breakfast that could be made in 5 minutes. You could scale this recipe up and make it at night for the next morning if you don't have time, or make a big one, save it for the whole week. I personally, I don't have this every day, but maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and it keeps me full for quite a while. I normally don't get any rumblings in the old stomach there for a good 4 or 5 hours. So that's all I have for today, and hope everybody tries this out at least once. Don't forget, the time to go vegan is now.